Let me ask you, what do you usually do in your spare time? Most of us spend our leisure time alone watching some horror movies that frighten us to our core. Well, that's usually what I do, because I kinda like the rush. Now for some people though, you may love to spend hours and hours listening to your favorite playlist on repeat just to have the feels. But among all the activities that humanity does in spending some free time, there's one thing that we all have in common: playing games. I mean, I never met anyone in my life who dislikes games. Have you? Well, I'm sure you haven't, because it's one of the very few things that is universally liked by everyone on the 7 continents of the planet. But before we get right into the video, welcome to WealthMatic, your regular dose of wealth and millionaire inspiration. Here we talk about everything related to money, wealth, and success. Fast track your wealth and get more life-changing, mindset-shifting, and great content regularly. Only right here on this channel. If you're new here, then don't forget to subscribe for more money content by clicking the icon below. Alright, so I'm pretty sure you can't wait to get your hands on this method. But hold that excitement right there, because I want to tell you a little something before we delve deep into the video. So just a quick disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Sure, I have immersed myself in the world of finance for quite a long time already, but you should take all my advice with a pinch of salt. If you happen to be experiencing some serious problems, then it's best to seek professional help from a financial expert. There's no doubt that the world of gaming is one of the most successful platforms in the entertainment industry. It keeps the user engaged, keeps their minds active, and all at the same time allows them to have fun. Users also do not succumb into the industry by playing the game itself, as other forms of media adapt to gaming as an umbrella as well. This has most especially transpired during the pandemic, where people are asked to stay inside their homes. And because of that, the streaming industry in the entertainment world made a huge boom and became overwhelmingly popular. Tons of gamers hailing from all over the world resorted to streaming the games that they play, and allowed them to garner thousands of viewers actively watching their live gameplays and streams. And not only that, but content creation also became heavily popular with gaming niches. You can see tons of gaming videos on your YouTube recommendations, as they have taken over the online world and presented themselves in every platform there is, be it on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and many more. This then leads to a higher number of people growing interest in the games they are following, which then further leads to them actually purchasing and playing the game. Actually, I experienced this firsthand, and honestly, I don't regret a single thing. But what is it with games that captivate the minds of the people so eagerly and make us fall deep into its catacombs? To start off, the human brain essentially enjoys novelty, or something brand new, coming fresh out of the oven. Whenever we are introduced to something new, our brain redirects the whole body in telling us we should focus on this novel introduction and make it a priority among other things. Now, I did a little research on my own, and some of you may already know this, but to those who don't, the brain actually produces tons of hormones that stimulate our day-to-day activity. When the human brain undergoes joy and excitement, it releases the hormones oxytocin and dopamine, which are essentially called the happy hormones. This allows the person to feel relaxed with no feelings of stress, reduce anxiety, and just overall, a breezy state of mind. Game developers actually target this type of mechanism, as they target the brain to work in this specific way. They also carefully structure the programs they create to lead people to develop better decision-making skills due to the fact that the person is calm, at peace, and relaxed. This allows the brain to work better, therefore having the capability to make the best logical decisions there are. And with that said, games actually train us to be better in handling our finances. As we grow to develop better discernment skills, we can also manifest this skill in making financial decisions that will significantly help us reach success. Let's first find out the science behind the gamification of apps. Most apps nowadays are designed to allow you to have fun while you go on using their program. With this type of app style, you can further hone better decision-making skills, which is pretty much what I said about 30 seconds ago. But wait, exactly how does that work? Well, the brain is a lazy organ. It requires numerous stimulants to allow it to work effectively and efficiently. To cope up with its inner laziness, it somehow resorts to developing its own programs that allow the person to work without thinking about it, or in other words, in full autopilot. and these programs are simply called habits. Some of our habits may be negative that may potentially hinder us from being financially successful. However, with the gamification of apps, you can fundamentally change your brain's programs and make better ones in general. If you can recall, I told you about the two happy hormones, dopamine and oxytocin. Now, how do they operate in the brain? Well, whenever you have new information, the brain signals the body to produce the hormone dopamine. This is done to adhere to that new information to facilitate processing and comprehension. After this core mechanism, the brain then produces the hormone oxytocin to allow the person to create a sense of urgency and excitement, to be interested in what's about to happen in light of the new information. Now, this is what we call a neurologic immersion, where we cross out old and bad habits and associate new habits that cause only good to the body and to ourselves. And guess what? Neurologic immersion can actually occur whenever you play games, as your brain is sharpened to facilitate understanding and better create subsequent steps to attend to a certain activity, therefore increasing the drive to have a great time overall. Before we proceed to the next steps, let me give you the spirit of time to hit that like button if you enjoyed the content so far. And also, tell us what you think and leave a comment down below if you find this video interesting. Now enough with that, and let's get back to the video. One of the few examples on how this concept is applied in the real world is through an app called Long Game, which is a gamified finance app. This app is definitely not your typical savings monitoring platform. Whenever you reach a certain milestone of how much money you can save within a given period of time, you are then rewarded significantly. They do this by opening a new window of opportunity for you where you can access mini games that have cash incentives in order for you to further add more money into your savings. Given this reward system, your brain works in full activity as you become more driven to achieve a certain milestone. Your brain will supply you with the right motivation to save more and more money so that you can finally play the mini games you have been looking forward to experiencing. And along with that, you even get to be rewarded just for saving money itself. When you think about it, it's absolutely amazing because not only you will gain more and more funds, you also get to have lots of fun while you're doing this. Now, some of you might be thinking that the lottery might be a part of this concept. Well, I hate to break it to you, but the lottery is basically a mini gamble. You're paying for tickets and just simply hope for the best that you win. The odds of you winning grand prizes is too microscopic to describe. Some people even say that you have more chances to be struck by lightning than winning the lottery. Based on this alone, you totally get that participating in the lottery is not really that great of an idea. In spite of this, millions of people still choose to buy lottery tickets despite them knowing of their impossible odds. But there is actually a reason behind this, and that's because their brain tricks them to succumb to the rush, the joy, and the overall excitement of joining the lottery game. And that is mainly the reason why the gamification of finance apps is manifested in the current world. Games overall provide you with the happy hormones. So, when this is applied in collaboration with finance apps, you can be successful in no time. You can save fat stacks of cash quickly and at the same time, have tons of fun like no other. And that is basically it for this entire video. Check out other videos on my channel if you are interested in money-making content just like this one. If you have completed the video, hit the like button and tell us what you think in the comments down below. We would surely love to hear what you think, and we would highly appreciate questions. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I post something new. And that is it for today. See you in the next video.